Sorghum is popular to grow in Oklahoma, both for forage and for grain, but it can be tricky. OSU Extension Soil Nutrient Management Specialist Dr. ABrian Arnall talks about the pros and cons of this important crop.
Now this time of the year we got a lot going on. You can see behind me our main crop, our early season is making it. I've seen some great sorghum out there. This is looking pretty good. If you look at just a bulk ground in our fertilized plots, we probably have over 100 bushel. I've seen some great sorghum across the state, all the way from Altus up to the Kansas border. But right now, our early season's basically made it. We have quite a bit of double crop in the ground. It's going, right? We're getting some heat. The early double crop is up. It's looking pretty good. We've got to be scouting on a regular basis for our insects though. We've got a fair amount of armyworms moving through. We found aphids here and there along with other insects. So a good scouting program is needed this time of the year. Along with scouting, as you know, it's starting to get hot and dry again. We had a beautiful spring, which has led to a lot of great forage production if we look at forage sorghums and sorghum sedans. But man, I've been spending the last couple days in Altus and it is getting hot and dry, and we're starting to see Oklahoma summer take impact. That means we got to be careful with our nitrates when it comes to forage sorghums and Johnson grass. As this crop starts stressing, as it gets hot and dry, anything that was growing well does have potential to throw high nitrates. Now, a high nitrate reading is a concern when it comes to cattle, primarily goats and sheep, also a little bit concerned, but it's primarily cattle. That nitrate will get into the blood system and will cause it will cause death. And so we need to be cautious and we need to know where. If you think you have Johnson grass or forage sorghum that is stressed, I recommend you taking that sample, getting it cut from the ground up, taking it into your local county office. In that extension office, they'll be able to do a diphenyl drop test. Now that test is just putting liquid on the stalk to see if there's nitrate. It is a yes or no test. It will tell you if you have it in this plant or if not. One part of having nitrates is a little nitrate's not a concern. A lot of nitrate is a huge concern. So if you have any symptom of nitrate in that stalk, we want to send it to the Oklahoma State Soil Water Forage Analytical Lab to run a nitrate test. Another concern we have with nitrates is that nitrates don't just go away if you've cut the crop. So I'd much rather see you take those samples on a standing crop if possible, because at least on a standing crop, if we get rain again, the crop can dilute and we could potentially see those nitrates come down. But once you cut that plant off and it's laying down, that nitrates are locked in the system. So if you bale it up, you won't know it until next spring when unfortunately you put a high nitrate bale out and now all of a sudden you have either abortions or some dead cattle. So make sure that you test before you hay if possible, but absolutely after you hay if there's any concerns. We're excited to be hosting the Sorghum Experience in Tacoma, Oklahoma on July 29th. This is really getting back to the roots of how we used to do extension field days. We're going to be getting down, looking at the plants, digging into the soil, just taking a look at a sorghum crop. On site, we have variety trials and fertility research. We'll be learning about scouting for our common insects in the sorghum crop. And of course, we're going to be splitting stalks and just learning as we do in that sorghum field. Again, that's July 29th, Tacoma, Oklahoma. And if you want more information about that event, you can find it at oklahomasorghum.com. For more information about sorghum management, nitrate, and prussic acid, go to the SUNUP website.